Welcome everyone, this is Bode's Vancouver real estate market update for October. The video is going to quickly show you what's happening in the Vancouver property market at a high level. Then I'm going to show you where you can dig in and find your local community price point. But first, for those who don't know, Bode is a real estate tech company that empowers people to buy and sell their own homes. Makes the process much easier, way more convenient than ever before, while also saving you a ton of money in commission. So let's dive right in. What's happening in the Vancouver real estate market? So this chart on the left is looking at the number of new residential listings, so the number of new homes for sale each month for the last 4.5 years. The bright pink line shows you 2022. So you can see earlier in the year, there was quite high numbers of new listings. And then right around May, that suddenly dropped. And in the last 3 months, there's been considerably fewer listings than there has been in previous years. So in the most recent month, September, new listings were down 22% versus the average of the last 4 Septembers. Now, if we take a look at the same picture for sales, again, earlier in the year, sales were really strong. But from about May onwards, that's really dropped off. And again, the last 3 months, sales have really dropped. So typically down about 30% over the last 4 years in the last 3 months, with September being down 37%. So sales continuing to slow down. So with a declining rate of sales and fewer new listings, that means the overall number of homes for sale right now, or total inventory, has stayed fairly flat, and it is low relative to the last few years. So there's fewer homes for sale than there would typically be for this time of year. So that's less choice for buyers and a good thing for sellers. But if you look at months of supply, which is now taking a look at, given the number of homes for sale and how fast they're selling, how many months would it take to sell through all of those homes? And you can see the bright pink line here for 2022, that number has come back up very quickly. And in the most recent month, at almost 6 months of supply, which means because sales, the number of sales are so low, it would take 6 months to sell through all of the homes that are currently for sale if nothing extra was listed. So this puts the market very much into a buyer's market. And you can see that's a sudden shift from earlier in the year when months of supply was down at 2, which would be a very strong seller's market. So things have changed very quickly in Vancouver. And they've also changed very quickly from a pricing perspective. So this chart shows you what's happened to prices in Vancouver over the last 17 years. So you can see in general, they've gone up quite consistently over that time. Since 2021, they went up very quickly, setting new record highs. But in the last few months, prices have come down quite quickly. And in the last month, prices are down 2.4% and only up 3.8% year over year. So they've lost a lot of the gains that they've made over the last year. Expect that's going to continue to happen for the next few months. Prices will continue to decrease with the expected increase in interest rates that are expected, which is going to make affordability more of a challenge for people in the greater Vancouver area. But this picture is just looking at overall Vancouver. Different markets will be performing very differently in different areas of Vancouver. So different price bands, different property types, different communities. And it's important that you look at your own specific community to find out what's happening there. So we have 3 tools that you can do that with on bode.ca. So the first one's called Market Data, and you can find that in our Data Tools section. So here's where you can see and understand the same kind of supply and demand and price trends that we were looking at for overall Vancouver, but you can look at these same trends for your local community. Then we've got a tool called Sold Data, where you can look up the sold price of any home that's sold in the last 3 years in the Vancouver area. And finally, if you want to find out what your home's worth in today's market, you can enter 8 features of your home, and you'll be able to see the most similar live listings, which would be your current competition, and the most recent sold listings to get a good feel for what your home's worth today. So check all of that out for free at bode.ca. And if you have any questions at all that you'd like us to answer, feel free to enter them in the comments below. And finally, to see our future market reports, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the bell icon below. Thanks very much.